Dead by Daylight, the asymmetrical horror juggernaut that has a reputation. I made the decision to 100% it. You know, it looks cool. I already like asymmetrical horror games, so I wanted to 100% it. Except I see how long the game takes to complete, and wow. But actually, this game is closer to 300 hours, so this is pretty misleading. Now, since this game is going to take a while to 100%, I'm going to split my journey into 50-hour chunks, starting with this one. Dead by Daylight has a truckload of achievements that I have to go through, and since I'm also getting DLC achievements, I'm going to have to buy all of the DLC, which is a lot of money, so I really shot myself in the foot here. Alright, let's get into the actual game. And when you start playing this game, you get so many achievements extremely quickly for doing basically nothing. So on my first day, literally just trying to understand the game, noob activities, doing basically anything in the first hours of gameplay, as both killer and survivor, will give you an achievement. In my first day just learning the basics, I got It Wakes, Survival Treasures, Zealous, Skillful, Awakened Anger, Apt Killer, and Not Half Bad. Most of the achievements going forward, I just got without going for them necessarily, they just happened. Next day, same deal. Just playing, and I got Preemptive Strike, The Grand Sacrifice, Perfect Killing, Honor the Bloodline, Jump Scares, 1, Adept Survivor, Chorus of Chaos, Bloody Millionaire, Flight to Freedom, Perfect Escaped, Make Some Noise, Lifting the Fog, Sorted, Humanitarian, Outrun the Overlap, and First to the Punch. Okay, now I actually have a specific achievement I'm going for this time. In Dead by Daylight, everybody has 3 unique perks, and there is a set of achievements in which you either have to escape with the character and their 3 perks, or achieve a merciless using your 3 perks. And since there's like 80 characters in Dead by Daylight, I gotta do these adept achievements a lot. So the first one I tried to get was Adept Wraith, because Wraith is a very easy killer to play, extremely beginner friendly. So, as I'm attempting this, I'm actually kind of panicking the whole time. Well, cause I'm new. All I knew with Wraith was I gotta sneak up on people and hit them. Another thing with Wraith that you can do, since you can't really do much, is you can body block pallets and vaults. Look at this. What are they doing? You can see how much of a noob I am. Like, what am I doing here? But then I do some high-tech advanced moves right here. I don't know why Steve just sat there, but we take those. And despite my awful plays, I managed to pull through and get my first adept. Now I'll try to get my first survivor adept with Meg. Considering how easy Wraith's adept was, imagine how easy a survivor adept is. Got humbled there, but I did end up doing it. Of course, I got about a dozen other achievements going for these 2, which were
Blood on your face, Gifts through the Fog, Cherish Your Life, Grim Pilgrimage, Raccoon City Recruit, No One Left Behind, Blood on Your Hands, Nerves of Steel 2 and 3.
Now I'm gonna follow a bit of a formula when it comes to Dead by Daylight, in which I go from one adept to the next. So up next is Trapper, the poster child of Dead by Daylight, which I love very much, even though he's garbage and really slow. For survivors, the adept doesn't matter too much, since escaping depends more on your team rather than your perks. And of course, in between attempts, I get an assortment of random achievements. Also, killers have their adept achievement and some other random achievement relating to their power. Trappers is pretty easy. Just get 10 buddies to touch your trap and pick them up. Easy peasy. And his adept, in which I actually failed. I couldn't believe this. What do you mean I can't first try every killer adept? There's always the next match. I'm actually doing pretty good here since Trapper is a slow killer, but I already have multiple people injured and multiple hooks as well. Of course, gotta step on my own trap for good luck. This match went as smooth as it gets for Trapper. Granted, I am at a low MMR, so survivors are kind of bad, but I get Hatch and okay, I don't know what happened here, but there you go, Adept Trapper. And as for the extra achievements I got, well, here they are. After that, I got some more Adept Survivors and many miscellaneous achievements that I had no prior knowledge of. And now, I'm going for Hillbilly's Adept. He can use his chainsaw to dash and instantly down a survivor, but if he bumps into anything, you do nothing. Very fun character, hard to use as well. And here's the match. As you can see, I'm playing pretty badly, and I didn't even expect to win this match, but I don't know what happened, just a snowball, something happened here. I got a snowball. 2 hooks, found a guy, downed him, and 1 left, he's injured, and let's see. This is probably my most awkward adept ever, but I did it. But I'm not done with Hillbilly, as his other achievement requires me to down 50 survivors with his chainsaw, so... And that's Hillbilly. All done. And of course, the miscellaneous achievements, which slowly I will get less and less of as time goes on. Did even more Survivor Adepts, which are identical to each other. Nothing very interesting. Next killer up is Doctor. Really like this guy since he's always chuckling. His gimmick is that he can shock people in a big AoE, meaning that he almost always knows where people are and he can shock people directly, causing them to not be able to do anything like vaulting or placing pallets. And it builds up this thing, which is called madness, making survivors scream and see hallucinations and other crap. I had to get all 4 survivors in a match to stage 3 madness, which isn't hard to do, so I do that. And then I go for his adept. His perks are nice too. They help dealing with gens and make your terroriators like do something. I'm not sure what this means. And this match was so weird. I'm playing whatever, just fine. But these survivors were trash. Like, bro, look at this. What is he doing? Anyways, I do pretty well with these boys. But then I have to play hide and seek at the end because Gabriel doesn't want to face me. I get it. Obviously, that doesn't work out, and I get my adept. We're still not done with Doctor, though, because for his last achievement, I have to hit 500 people with shock therapy, which is ridiculous. So this achievement so far is the one that took me the longest. I remember in one match, there was this survivor who, like, gave up or something, just stopped moving. So I just sat there, shocking her, like, 200 times, which helped a lot. And I eventually got it after, like, 6 hours of playing Doctor. Of course, I got some more Survivor Adepts and some other achievements. Alright, next up is a killer who I've had my eye on, and one that is one of my mains to this day, the Knight. Knight is a really fun killer. What he can do is he can summon different guards to do things for him, mostly chasing survivors. He can summon the Carnifex, which specializes in damaging generators and breaking pallets, the Assassin, which specializes in chases, and Jailer, which specializes in patrolling an area. And I really like this. Survivor going to a really good loop, just put an Assassin there and loop is unusable. Anyways, his adept was easy, so nothing interesting there. But his other achievement is another grinding one, Cruelty Loves Company, in which I have to hit 50 survivors whilst they're being chased by a guard, which takes a long while. So that was that. I really liked Knight. Loved running into garbage. Here's the other achievements I got. Now for the final killer. Reaching the 50-hour mark was the Nemesis. This is another one of my mains. Might be my, like, main, you know? Like, okay, I already like Resident Evil, and I like Nemesis, and I find him really fun. He counters vaulting, shreds pallets, zombies can help, and above all else, he's fun to play. His gimmick is he can infect survivors via his tentacle and his zombies, in which 2 appear randomly across the map, and they serve to pressure survivors, get intel, and level up your tentacle. Leveling up your tentacle makes it so that you can break pallets, and then your tentacle gets a longer reach. After a survivor is infected, they take damage from your tentacle and zombies, so survivors kind of have 3 health states, but only kind of, since once they're infected, the only way to remove it is by finding chests around the map containing a vaccine, which is fine by me, just means one less survivor on a gen. He sounds a bit complicated, but honestly he's kind of not. Hitting people with your tentacle or your fist is extremely satisfying and makes playing this killer worth it for me. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get into the adept. As you can see, his tentacle is great dealing with pallets, and as you can also see, his zombies are shit. Also, his perk Lethal Pursuer is one of my favorites. Being able to see every survivor at the start of a match is very helpful. The other 2 are okay, honestly. I don't even know what this one does. And this round is going pretty well so far. These survivors love to play hide and seek, so give me another second. Okay, that's gotta be like the most hilarious thing ever. And yep, that's it. And Nemi's other achievement is biological weaponry, in which I have to down 65 survivors with my tentacle. So this one took even longer than the Knight. And check this out. In one of my matches, I'm pretty sure I found a
Hacker or something.
because I don't know any perk that lets you do whatever this is. And I got it. And that is that. My first 50 hours of Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna be honest, I really screwed myself over with this game. It's gonna take a long ass time, but I'm willing to do it. And hey, so far I've had a good time. Let's keep it going.
Stars.